Brucellosis is a worldwide zoonotic disease. Though it has been eradicated in some parts of the world, it persists in Africa, in the Middle East, and in South and Central Asia. In Cameroon, it is endemic, with a prevalence of 5.2%. The high economic impact and the public threat of brucellosis cannot be undermined. And so there is a need for good control strategy to be implemented. So the implementation of these control strategies requires the good understanding of the knowledge, attitudes, and practices of herdsmen with respect to brucellosis to improve information delivery. This led to the objective of our work, which was to assess the knowledge, attitudes, and practices of herdsmen with respect to brucellosis in the peri-urban zones of Bamenda, in the northwest region of Cameroon. This work was carried out by administering a questionnaire on the knowledge, attitudes, and practices of herdsmen that led to the following results. A total of 100 herdsmen were interviewed, and 67% of these stated that they had heard of brucellosis, all of which 67% stated that cattle can be affected, whereas lesser proportion stated that sheep and goat can be affected. Abortion was stated as the prominent clinical sign of brucellosis by 87% of the participants who had heard of brucellosis, whereas 9% of those who had heard of brucellosis stated that brucellosis is a zoonotic disease. Only 2 of participants who had heard of the disease and know of its zoonotic impact stated that the consumption of unpasteurized milk and assisting with calving without protection are routes of transmission from animal to man. When we assess their attitudes with respect to brucellosis, 91% of participants stated that they would like to know about brucellosis, 44% from veterinarians, 18% from farmers association, and 15% from neighbors. Now, this willingness to know more about brucellosis sets a good foundation for initiating information campaigns into future control programs of brucellosis in Cameroon. When we assessed their practices with respect to brucellosis, 35% stated that they assist in calving without gloves, whereas 40% stated that they dispose of aborted fetus in the bushes. And if an abortion occurs because of brucellosis, the aborted fetus is highly infected with brucella. And in the environment and soil, it can last for like 21 to 81 days. And this practice actually serves as a source of contamination to healthy animals and healthy herds that may graze, that have a common grazing area. 27% of participants stated that they consume unpasteurized milk. And this photo actually illustrates that practice. When brucellosis is suspected in animals, 62% try to treat traditionally using herbs, and 46% stated that they sell these animals in the market, whereas 26% sell to butchers. This study suggests that the sale of brucella-infected animals in the market contributes to the endemic levels of brucellosis in Cameroon. Also, the sale of brucella-infected cattle to butchers exposes these butchers to brucellosis through direct contamination. This result led us to conclude that most herdsmen are aware of brucellosis, though they have limited knowledge on its zoonotic impact and its routes of transmission. Also, livestock farmers want more information, and the high-risk practices were reported. These results led us to recommend the education and sensitization of livestock farmers and the entire population on biosafety and biosecurity measures. Thank you for your kind attention.
Merci beaucoup de nous avoir fait gagner du temps.